Hello everyone, Leo here, testing some new recording methods, so I don't know if it's gonna work very well. And I finished this game, Remnant 2. I want to talk about it a little bit because I'm probably gonna stop playing the game now. We did see in the beginning there, I think, how long I played this. I think it was around 50 hours. I'm not completely sure. I can take a look at my cell phone um, at the playtime, I guess. But yeah, I had some good initial impressions of the game, and then a couple times I was quite annoyed by it. But generally speaking, I did enjoy the game a lot. Actually, there are many things that, as I was playing the game, I was, um, positively impressed by because it's not easy to find a good game. Uh, it's in my opinion, kind of it's a definitely a weird thing to say, but it's like it's not hard. It's not that hard to enjoy a game, but it's kind of hard to find a game that when you're playing through the game at 54 hours, it says here. A couple hours were just like right now, just the game out there, and me not really playing it. But it's harder for me to find a game that I look at the game and I say, well, this is well made. Like this is a game that these developers really put in the effort. They really did what you have to do. Where do I have to? Where do I have to go in here? Place courtyard, malefic palace, demons retreat. I don't remember where you start in this area. So, this game is very well made, and it's hard to recommend any obvious improvements because this game does not have just this straight up oversights or just straight up problems where you say, well, I mean, this, it shouldn't be like this. Like these things that annoy me in some games, and I say, why don't you just, right? Even Dark Souls has a lot of that. For example, like, why don't you just put the bonfire right next to the boss? Like, the boss is hard enough. Why do I have to run up to the boss? I know some people defend that design choice, right? But I don't think it's a good design choice. Oh, sorry. Maybe the audio is too loud. I will... Oh crap, there's an enemy right here. I'm gonna lower the game audio just to be sure that my speaking audio is loud enough. Why? Because I am using right now, I'm using like NVIDIA Shadow Play or whatever. I don't know how to call it. I don't know the name it has now. But I just turned on the NVIDIA overlays for games that give you these options, and I'm natively recording the game right now onto my with the notebook. I'm not using a capture card. I'm not externally capturing this. I'm natively capturing this, and so this is gonna be quite different. Now, again, this game has this thing I was talking about, is how I don't see this so much as a Souls-like, because it has this thing where enemies will spawn at different places and the map is randomly generated. So the progression of this game is not a progression like a Dark Souls progression. Also, because it's a shooter, it's so much different because you can tackle the enemies from a distance. And the bow in Dark Souls is often basically like a cheat code type of deal. See, that guy just appeared right there. That's what happened. And I just improved my weapon. Look at my amount of bullets, right? This weapon takes forever to reload, but now I can just unequip it for 2 seconds and then it reloads again without me having to go through the animation. So I can be dodging and everything, even taking damage, because damage interrupts your reload animation, right? So I just got a gigantic upgrade to this weapon by having this mod onto it that reloads it automatically if it's not equipped. And it gives it more power. Which is an interesting thing, right? I mean, this game, it has so much loot. It has so many items, it has so many weapons that to me it dilutes the game and it doesn't keep me interested, because especially because the resources are quite limited, and so you can make all these builds, but you'll have to level up the items or buy them or craft them from materials, but it's overwhelming. It's too much. And also, I really like my original setup that I did. I really like it. Like, this weapon is so powerful, especially now that I got this swap trick thing. Yeah, and so I don't want to change my setup. I don't want to do other stuff. I'm just gonna keep. I just kept this. I tried other weapons, but I didn't like them as much. Motherfucker! I knew this pig was gonna try to get me. Pig or dog or whatever it is. I mean, if you just take a look, the Dark Souls influence is obvious. So, I mean, I do understand. I was so adamant. This is not a Souls-like. I was like that. But I mean, I get it. The influence is obvious. It's obvious. This game, look at this. Like, this area right here, right? And this is so much Bloodborne with Dark Souls mixed up, right? It really is influenced in so many ways, and you have all those little secrets, and the fact that you're walking around and you'll go into this side path and get a ring or get a weapon or get just some resources, just like in Dark Souls, right? But what I really meant by this is not Dark Souls, and I stand by it, it's that it feels completely different. This feels like a third-person action game, and I stick by the fact that I said in the other video, like, some guy called this a roguelike third-person shooter, because the amount of freaking gear that you're gonna get in this game. Oh, why am I? Look at the animation for this. The problem is if you get hit, it cancels the reload animation, right? So with this weapon, often in bosses, in very hard bosses, once I ran out of ammo, I just couldn't reload anymore, and I'll die before I could reload. Because it's so crazy how long it takes, and you get cancelled out of the animation. That's why I did this. Oh shit. And this is the kind of stuff also won't happen at Dark Souls. Now I'm overpowered for this area, right? Which gives you an idea of how hard the game is, because these games are like, even if you are overpowered, it's not like it's too easy in the sense that even making mistakes you will not die, and in a way, for many Souls-like games, that is too easy, right? Because Souls-likes are often the kind of game where it's like, well, you can make one mistake, but if you make a couple, you're dead. And this game on easy mode, which is the normal mode, which is Survivor, uh, you can make many mistakes and you'll still survive. Like, very rarely did I die more than twice to a boss. And I think at least half of them I got first try. So, and even the final boss, it's like actually pretty hard. I tried it like what, 5 or 7 times. I just changed my build around to something that was more appropriate to that situation until I killed the boss, right? But I didn't like have to really learn that boss. I don't feel like it. It's like I was getting hit. I tanked the boss, which is, I mean, it's fine. I say it all the time. Dark Souls is like that. Like you can use a fast roll and practice a ton, get good enough, and defeat certain bosses in the original Dark Souls game. Or alternatively, you can just wear the right amount of armor that lets you have enough poise and learn what to attack first, and inches your way through many bosses. Like there are many bosses where you just put very strong armor and you just rush the boss, right? And it can't kill you before it's dead. It's just a DPS battle, but you win. So, yeah, it does exist in this game. It's not, right? Sorry, in Dark Souls. So this game has less of that. Like, even doing the correct build, I mean, I still had to dodge some stuff. I still had to... You have to aim, right? You... I have not tested melee, but it doesn't work because these enemies, they fly, you know. So I mean, there is a shooter will always have a minimum, a bare minimum level of skill required because it's what people call skill shots, right? It's not auto aim. There's no lock on. So I love that. I love the fact that you can. Oh, and you can see I don't even lose energy, right? Right now. So there is that. Because I have lifesteal. It's not like I don't lose energy. I am getting damage in. But because I have a lot of lifesteal, whenever I'm shooting enemies, I'm recovering. So as long as I'm shooting properly, and I'm, you know... How much damage does he do? You missed, dude. Yeah, it's a lot of damage, right? But if I am killing them, if I am shooting them, I'll be recovering. So if I can be recovering faster than I can get my energy down, it's quite easy. Which is, again, these mechanics, they break the Souls balance thing, right? Because what Dark Souls does is the Estus takes time. You have to earn your Estus, right? And I don't remember whether Dark Souls has any kind of... I mean, I know Bloodborne has, but it's very hard. You have a very short window to recover your energy from having lost, right? So this game has this kind of stuff. This is a very interesting game that, again, doesn't have the Dark Souls feel because of that. In this game, the environment is very, very hostile. It is very hard. In the sense that your enemies are very powerful and there are many enemies, and right? But you are very powerful. You get all these weapons and rings and items, and like right now my amulet, which is my favorite amulet, and I never changed it, even though I got many others and stuff. I never want to change this one because it's so good. It gives me 15% more damage and infinite ammo. It's like, how can how can it be this powerful? And it's the first one I got, and I was like, what? Infinite ammo? It's like I never have to worry about ammo. I can just shoot, right? And I have this weapon that shoots a lot, and it's super powerful. And the drawback it has is that the load speed is too long. But then I get something that reloads it for free, right? So this really is how this game is designed. That it's hard, and it has the hard levels that get incredibly hard. But at the same time, it gives you an extreme amount of power. In this sense, this game, I think in this specific sense, this game is like Diablo, right? Like you have an extremely dangerous, extremely hostile environment, but you have an extremely powerful character that will only be powerful if you use these tools. Like, think of Diablo, like if you get a character in Diablo and you just try to use the normal attack, like get a barbarian, get an axe, and you just try to come up to enemies and hit them with your axe, right? And not use whirlwind with lifesteal and this and that combination with the correct amulets and rings and this and that, right? If you don't make a build that synergizes these incredibly powerful items, you're gonna suck and you're gonna die, and you just can't go through the game. Except for easy level, right? Like except for the normal, even that, like you have to use the cool skills, but it doesn't require that level of synergy, right? This game is like this in the normal level. And it's just like a Diablo. Like you play through the game, you're supposed to play through the game first in this easy mode, the survivor, and then you go to veteran because now you have your rings and you have your stuff and you're powerful, right? And then you have to use all that power to be able to finish the game in this difficulty level. Oh, look at that! Just being careless and have half my life taken from me already. So I'm saying, like it's easy. It's not like many other games where you're overpowered a little bit. You just don't care anymore, right? You can do whatever you want and nothing can touch you. This is not that kind of game. Even though I'm a medic, so I have a heal that just comes back. This is not an Astus, this is just a straight up heal. So let me talk about some specific things in this game that I actually really enjoyed. Again, I mean, the fact that this is a third-person shooter, I think this is brilliant. This is such an amazing idea because, again, shooters are always skill-based. Dark Souls is a melee combat game, and those are incredibly hard to make. It's incredibly hard to balance, to make good enemies, right? Good designs, and with a shooter it's so much easier to balance the game and have it be skill based and have like these bosses and everything. And this game does that very well. The boss designs are really good, they get really varied. I was complaining about a game that has great mechanics but pretty poor design, like level design and boss design and everything, which was Control. was annoying to me in that game. This game is the opposite as far as that goes. Like that, this game does have like gamey, stupid boss designs. Like the boss is in this arena, like with this geometrical thing for no fucking reason, and the boss like has this like Nintendo 64 like uh, designs to the boss where you'll have some platforms moving and going up and down or left and right, or it's gonna shoot blocks that have these, you know, like if the boss has these powers, right? Like this kinetic powers that can throw things around. Why is it throwing things around in a way that has this specific shape that lets you dodge, that gives you a dodge window? It could have just thrown it at you in the most efficient way, which would guarantee you would die. There would, you know, it really like there are many designs, and as far as aesthetics go, right, are really dumb because like you look at it and it makes no sense. It looks gamey. It looks again with these graphics, right? But it's the kind of design you would see in a PlayStation or on a Nintendo 64 game, right? In a game like Star Fox or um, what kind of games is it like? What's that Nintendo? I'm forgetting to swap the weapon instead of just recharging it. Because swapping is faster. Pretty sure it's faster. Oh, you're up there. And so, Crash Bandicoot or stuff like that, you get it? And I love it. I think that's great, right? I don't want it to be, maybe it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm totally not. It's just, I was so happy to see that. A dev that has the balls to just make it interesting, make a fun boss fight, and if it makes no sense, whatever, who cares? I'm playing a game and I want it to be fun over being sensical. Now, there is a drawback to that, and it's not to this specifically, but honestly, the story in this game fucking sucks ass. I mean, I'm exaggerating because there are two types of stories in games most of the time. One type is the type of story that is uninteresting, right? Which is this game. And some stories they are just cringe, awful garbage that I mean it's just, you know, you just want to hide. You have like this uh how does it say, like you're embarrassed, a third person embarrassment or something like that. Like you're embarrassed for the story. You're like, I can't believe I'm watching this crap. How garbage that is. Let's go to the labyrinth. I just wanna uh how was it? I don't know. I don't know the areas enough. Uh, you're like, yeah, many games like the story is a negative thing, right? If there was no story, it would be better. This game is like, well, the story is such bullshit that it might as well just have none. Because I don't give a shit about this story. I don't understand half of it. There's not much to understand even at all. And so it's just whatever, right? And so this is the kind of a story and game design this one is. Oh, look at that. These little guys, they have a weak spot on their head. See, I mean, why do these stones have a little speck of light that is a weak spot, right? Why would you do that? In like, why does the enemies have to have a weak spot? Does it make any sense to you? Doesn't make any sense to me. But it makes sense gameplay wise, of course, which is what the game prioritizes, right? And then the story, like, it just doesn't do anything for me. I don't care. I don't want to see more of the story to understand better what happens. Even though I could replay to get more items, there are many different ways to finish things. Wow, it shoots the other guys in. And so I can replay this game to get more items, more areas, more things that I didn't get to see this first time around. And so that's also a thing. As you can see, right? Why do we have this? There is an explanation. There is an in-game explanation why we have this. This is a link between worlds kind of thing. This is a place that is connecting different universes, and you come through here to go to the different places that you go to, right? And so, and why have I never, like, it's showing almost as I said, I've never been to these places, but I'm pretty sure I was. Like, there's an item that you get there, and I already got it. Haven't I? Yes, I have. Blinking, I didn't get it. I don't understand, really. What's up here? And so, yeah, that's brilliant about this game. But there were a few times where I needed a specific item that was somewhere in the world, and I needed to find it, and it was not easy. And it was a main thing about the game, right? Kind of like Dark Souls, that sometimes you'll be lost without knowing where to go. But this is a lot worse in the sense that because the map is procedurally generated, you can't look at a tutorial because stuff is going to be in a different place, right? And so you don't know where to go. And that can be annoying. I had to spend hours looking for a specific place to get a specific item that was not... It was at the edge of the map. It was at the edge of the map in a way that it was not clear that that area was existed, right? Because in this game, when you're looking at a new place, when you get to a new area, the map doesn't show, right? It's darkened out, it's fog of war, and as you progress through, you'll see more of it. But then there are places where, because when you look at the map, you don't see there is a path there. You'll first see that there is a path at all when you reach that spot, and there isn't. Let me show you the route here. Just go whatever, and I'll show you what I mean exactly. And multiple times this happened to me where I needed to spend, and it's always on the route because the rest of the places don't have these open spaces like this, and so you will. Oh, but not here. Doesn't have these open spaces. The other place, so the other places, as long as you're progressing and finding new areas and going through, I mean, you'll not have a problem. But in a route, because there is this big map, and if you reach the edges of the map, you start vomiting and getting slow and whatever. It's some really dumb shit. Let me try to. Can I? Oh, just died. Pretty sure this goes to the surface, doesn't it? Let's try. This might be exactly one of these places that I was talking about. See? Yeah. So this is the edge of the world. See? Because I'm at the edge of the world, that happens. It doesn't just stop you. It's like there's this poison fog, so you can't go further there. Where's the other one? There was another one. This is a lower level area. So that's why the enemies are incredibly easy. is like the first area. See at the top right of the mini map, 6 is the level of this area. And I'm level 13. Oh yeah, I have to talk about this too. In this is very interesting. In this game you have a level, and your level is a combination of the level of your highest leveled weapon and your highest leveled archetypes, which is the archetypes are the classes, but the classes you equip. You see this area here? This would be protected by fog of war, right? You wouldn't see this area exists. And so you're walking around the map, and if you don't, I don't know, for some reason you either die when you're around here, right? Or you you decide to go somewhere else before and you don't finish looking at that, then that is just gonna be a line here, just like these other places, right? It's gonna look like this. See? But I can't go there. And I'm not even at the edge or past the edge. I'm coming close to it and it starts already. And so I was looking at the map like this, trying to find some new area to go to. And some of these areas that I didn't have, and it's not this area, it's an area that's bigger than this one, you know, because there are a few multiple maps of this, but I was looking at the map and I wasn't seeing anything that looked like I didn't explore. It looked like I had done everything, but I hadn't. And so I spent hours walking around the edges, and again, you're close to the edge, you get this problem where your character gets bogged down, and you lose movement. So yeah, it was because you're looking for this kind of what you have right there, a structure like this one, and there is an item in there, and you need to get it. So in the end, yeah, I had to play through this entire map like a few times until I got this right. Maybe it was this area. I'm not sure. But again, and the game tells you, like in the map, it doesn't show, like this is primary objectives. It doesn't show it until you're on top of the objective, right? It will not just tell you like, oh, go there, which is a good thing, if it will show you, like, if there is a door and you found the door, right? You have to have, look at this. Yeah, this sucks, man. I'm not at the edge and it still gives you this option. Looking for where's someone? Okay, enough. I have to concentrate on talking about the points that I want to make about the game. But yeah, I mean, this really became a problem. It shows you the objectives, it shows you where you have to go, but not on your screen like you go in this direction. You'll have to find the place, and it tells you in the overworld map. Oh, there's a box like. Let me get to the safe area there, to the teleport stuff, so I can keep talking properly here. And in this area is the place that more often enemies come just straight from the ground. It will just pop up from the ground right in front of you. I just like that too. And so, okay, open the map and show you. Like, when you have an objective, It opens the map like this, and it will show this icon. It will show on the part of the map where that is, right? And so you can go there. It helps you in this sense, for whichever world it is or for whatever, right? For the main mission. But that's all it does. It doesn't show you on the map where it is unless you have found it already, unless you're right in front of it, and unless you discovered it. Which again is good, but there are a couple items that sometimes spawn in places that you're going to be looking for them for hours, and looking online will not tell you where it is because the map is procedurally generated. So let me keep going through a couple things that are important. The game has actually performance issues sometimes. It looks good and everything, but if you play for a longer time, it starts dropping frames and stuff, and sometimes drops frames, and I don't know why. Sometimes it runs good, so it's kind of weird in that sense, the game. And I heard people have problems with it, so be careful with the optimization. I'm glad I waited to have the gaming notebook to play this and not try to play this on the Lenovo Legion Go, because I think that would be a problem. With mouse and keyboard, probably with the controller, it's not that bad. Besides that, there are these design decisions that are so interesting, and they always have a pro and a con, right? Sorry, not what I want. I want this. So you have these archetypes, right? And you can have two equipped at the same time. So I like having Challenger as the main guy. It's a tanky character that can revive itself, and the medic can heal itself, and yeah, and it's a very survival oriented build that I have, but you can change. I have the handler. You see, the handler is level 5, the medic is level 10. I got this whatever warden that I never used, so it's level 0, right? And you can upgrade the alchemist, level 0. So you can upgrade these. How do you upgrade these? You upgrade them by using them and leveling up out in the world. This is how you level up in this game. The classes that you're using gain experience, right? But then you swap classes, you lose all that experience. And if you're hardcore into this game, what I think most people do is they level up all the classes. This game is like the progression in this game is actually like like Monster Hunter. This is a game where the classes have a level, right? You have this crystal that gets bonuses. You level up, you can buy more crystals, change crystals. I only have one. You have slots for many crystals. You have the archetypes. You have your weapons, rings, amulets, and armor. You can change all this stuff, right? You have also the traits that are skills or something like that. I have to put some points back in, right? Spirit and expertise, and save this. I have one trait extra and I don't want to use it. Fine, I could put it in handling, now I can't. Okay, so this is it. This is it. These are bonuses, right? And you gain points, and you can put points into these, and this is what you have, right? Your character does not have stats. The character does not have anything. You don't have strength, you don't have dexterity, you don't have HP, you don't have mana. I mean, you have, but any kind of bonus that you're gonna get to mana, to HP or something, is gonna come from either the traits or the crystal, or your weapons, or armor doesn't really do much in this game, which is fine. Like, you can just choose whatever you want. It has weight. It's just like Dark Souls, weight and poise, and it changes your roll and your stamina penalties and stuff like that. It's like Dark Souls, but it doesn't have armor that gives you uh, extra bonuses or whatever. So it's just the defenses, if the resistances to different uh, elements or blights and stuff. So it's separate from the rest. You're gonna get your in Monster Hunter, the armor is what gives you most of your bonuses and stuff. So here's the rings, amulet, the mods to the weapons. So you see, there's so much. And look at the amount of rings I have. I only finished the game once. There are many more rings. Amulets are less, but still. Right? And you have 4 ring slots. And then armor, you can buy much more. And the weapons, I have barely any. Look at, there are so many more to have. And so it's a gigantic build variety. It does play completely different depending on what you build and what you do. And the character himself has nothing on him. So you will never build a character, right? You just change everything. You change the class, you change the armor, you change the weapon, you change the bonuses, you change the entire build. It's exactly like Monster Hunter. You play through the game and you collect the items. And then whatever build you want to have, you just do the build. You don't have to create a new character to change your build. And in this game, even more than Monster Hunter, but in Monster Hunter you can repeat any missions, right, at any time. So in Monster Hunter, just like with this game, you'll start a game and you'll never start a new game. You'll just keep playing this same game and keep collecting and keep adding to it. There is no reason to change the game, because you can, once you've finished the entire, and this is a difference from Monster Hunter, gigantic difference. Once you've finished your entire campaign, you re-roll it, just like Diablo, right? I was talking about the similarity from this game with Diablo. You can just re-roll this, and then, as you can see, I have 40 hours played in the game, but it's only 10 times in this one adventure mode, and 7 hours and 46 minutes in this campaign. So I re-rolled different things and replayed different things at different times, right? So that's how it works. But is it only 7 hours in the campaign? I find that strange, but it could be. That's strange, whatever. But yeah, I played a lot of adventure mode. Because I never, if you wanna farm, because there is adventure mode, which is you ask for the game to create one of the worlds. Complicated, I'm sucking at explaining this. Like, there are these different worlds that you go to, these 3, Nerud, Iesha, and Lossum. And adventure mode is you roll just one world to go play that world, but it's a full world. You see, I played 10 hours of Nerud. It's just an instance of that world. And yeah, this time has to be wrong, because there's no way I played more adventure mode in Nerud than I played the entire campaign. There's something wrong here, I think, with these times. So to farm in this game, instead of doing something like in Dark Souls where you go to the same area killing the same enemies over and over again, you can just re-roll an entire map and go explore it, because it's procedurally generated, so it's very nice in that sense. Now, the one kind of problem that I found with the world is, or with this, is often you need money, uh, but because your archetypes only max out at level 10, and if you have the weapon that you want, you like your amulet, you like your rings, you like your build right now, right? And your archetypes are both at level 10, you'll be playing the game and you will not be getting anything, right? You're gonna be getting money and resources and new items to be able to change your build. But I was in the end of playing this game, I was in a situation where my build was not getting better at all, right? And so uh, that can be, I mean, it breaks the RPG side of it because again, our, everything maxes out. The weapons max out at 10 for special weapons, 20 for normal weapons. The build archetypes max out at 10. The archetypes, yeah, max out at 10. And so past that, experience that you get by killing enemies themselves, it's useless, right? It's just completely useless. It doesn't do anything for you. And so now that's kind of frustrating a bit, but just playing through the game once, I didn't have a problem because you know there were cool bosses and cool encounters. There are a few set encounters out in the world that even though the place where they are uh, in the world will be procedurally generated, they are boss-like encounters, but without a boss, just with enemies that they're then carefully placed and carefully managed how many enemies there are and everything. And so the last world where I was at with this problem of not being able to improve my personal build was very right. It was fun. It was pretty hard. And, I finished the game. Like, I really enjoyed the 50 hours I spent with this game. It has this courage to do something, combine different elements that I didn't see anyone combine before. Again, like a build style, a progression style that is more like a Monster Hunter with roguelike procedural generation of levels, and then combine that with Souls-like designs in a third-person shooter, and it's something that really works very well. It's not very hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm just saying it's not. Like, I didn't have much problem with frustration with this game, and I wasn't dying all the time. I wasn't stuck in any parts. The only frustration I really got was with the freaking couple items that were really hard to find. That was annoying. But it was not completely wasted time because, again, I was searching for something, killing enemies, going around the map. It's just so that design that I discussed before, that map, specifically in the route, should be fixed. Now it's too late to fix it because people who play the game, mostly they have already played the game. But yeah, Nurude, they should have made hard walls and just make mountains around the places where you can't go, or walls or whatever. The game does that no problem all the time, right? Just puts walls where there shouldn't be any just because they want to, just because the gameplay needs it. Just do that too in the route around the world and call it a day, because that poison fog thing that makes you vomit, that sucked. And yeah, such a well-made, well-rounded game with great designs and great synergies. A good game is always that, like, has good mechanics and good controls, good character progression, and and good level design and world design, right? And so I'm done with the game. I don't think I'm gonna be keeping playing this. I just bought Neo. I never played Neo. Bought it for $5, complete edition on Steam. Or was it complete edition? Maybe it was not the complete edition. Maybe it was basic Neo. But for $5, I wanted to try it out. There are other games that I also have to play, and so I'm very happy with this one. It was €27. Great price for the amount of fun I had. I'm probably going to come back to this game. I will not even uninstall it. Maybe because this is a game that you can just feel like playing a little bit and just boot it up, play it a little bit casually, re-roll a new adventure, or just replay some areas. There are a couple places I didn't visit yet in the map, and so that's it. Um, yeah, these are my opinions on the game. I think I didn't miss anything. It's just, um, to me specifically, because there's the story, I just really don't care. The world is procedurally generated, so you can't 100% the map in a way, right? Because there is no map, and the items, even though they're cool and everything, like I don't really care. So there's no real reason to keep playing more to me right now. But for completionists, this game is a dream come true. Like for people who like to invest a lot of time in a game, this game's a dream come true because there's so much to see, there's so much to play, there's so much to get, and this game will offer you that. Yeah, so these were my thoughts, and probably the harder difficulties change the game a lot and make it much more hardcore, but I'm not into that, especially not right now. And so this is it. Really nice game. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye.